It's time for UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza. For the next hour, we'll go in depth as we talk to your University of North Alabama Lions. UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza is brought to you by Lost Pizza Shoals, Burnley Spine and Sport, Singing River Brewery, Alabama Health Guidance, Renaissance Eye Care, Turbo Coffee, and Brown Equipment Company. Live from Lost Pizza in historic downtown Florence, here's the voice of the Lions, Benjamin Ray.
Hello and welcome into a very special edition of UNA Football Night here at Lost Pizza Shoals in downtown Florence. I'm Benjamin Ray alongside Mike Ezekiel, and tonight we've got a takeover. UNA Volleyball, UNA Soccer are both in the house tonight. We're going to chat with Chris Walker, Tristan Johnson, players from both teams as they're in the thick of conference play. Soccer opened up with a 1-0 win over Central Arkansas on Sunday. Volleyball had a great showing at a tournament in Houston. They'll be opening up conference play at home this coming weekend. We're still going to talk a little bit of football tonight, Mike, but it's pretty exciting having these two teams with us tonight. And I was just counting it up. I think it's 5 total players that are going to be here out of the 8 we're going to talk to that have won Conference Weekly Awards already. Strong starts for both teams.
Yeah, first of all, it says a lot about how these teams are performing so well at a conference level that they're being recognized by the ASUN as Players of the Week. Soccer has won all 4 awards already throughout the week, so it'll be exciting to talk to those players. Volleyball as well, as they're coming on and getting ready for conference play this week. They will be at home this weekend. And Ben, last week was family week, as we talked about. We had a lot of our families here in the house. Soccer and volleyball, a lot of families here as well. So excited to have everybody here at Lost Pizza.
We're giving football the week off. They're on their bye week. They've started this season with a 1-3 record. Tough road games against Western Kentucky, SEMO, and Illinois State. So you're talking about a team that was in a bowl game last year in FBS, a team receiving votes, another team ranked 4th in the nation. Oh, and those 2 teams that are at the FCS level played in the FCS playoffs against each other last year with Illinois State downing SEMO. So, Mike, we have finished the non-conference slate with football. We'll be back next week with Coach Dearman, and after that, it's UAC play, United Athletic Conference play from here on out. Pretty much toss the records out. We're 0-0.
Yeah, and anybody that hasn't been following UAC football, it is super competitive, one of the best leagues in all of FCS. Actually ranked 2nd right now in the Massey ratings, right behind the Missouri Valley, where Illinois State is. I mean, 3 or 4, all the top 4 are from those conferences. It's going to be very competitive. Abilene Christian should be a very exciting start for this team, and then you roll into home games with Central Arkansas, Eastern Kentucky, 2 very competitive battles. Really excited for how the football season's shaping up.
And let's talk about the United Athletic Conference as a whole. You start with Tarleton State. They're ranked 3rd in the nation now. They received some votes to be the #1 team in the nation, which is pretty crazy considering how good North Dakota State is. So you've got them up there at the top. You've got Abilene Christian, who's got a ranked win over Stephen F. Austin. They won pretty easily, or not easily, it was a good game, but they ended up pulling away against Austin Peay, who's also in the top 25, who also has an FBS win this year along with Tarleton State. Then, Mike, you throw in West Georgia that's opened up, 4-0. They're ranked in the top 20 in both polls now. You look at what Utah Tech has done. They're much improved. Southern Utah has played an incredibly tough schedule. They've lost to 2, maybe 3 playoff teams from a season ago. Eastern Kentucky's been ranked at times, receiving votes. They fell the other day. This league is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, and I think, again, on a national level, a lot of people are following this league very closely because of that competition you talked about. And, you know, a lot of times you're talking about other leagues that are not the Missouri Valley or Big Sky, and you're like, okay, who's fighting to get to the quarterfinals this year and then lose to North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Montana State? It's a little different now. I mean, Tarleton State is a team that's viewed as a national championship contender. And then you go down the board. You got West Georgia, who's very sneaky right now. You've got teams like Eastern Kentucky, it's always in the mix. Abilene Christian, who won the league last year, made it to the second round. Austin Peay, obviously North Alabama getting ready to compete with all those teams, getting that win over ACU last year. So a lot going on in the United Athletic Conference, really making a name for itself with a lot of great competition.
Let's talk about what we saw on Saturday against Illinois State, ranked 4th in the nation. And Mike, so much to unpack. First of all, we fell behind 17-0. Then a lightning delay, an hour and 14 minutes we were delayed. We stormed back 17-14. Then Illinois State gets momentum back. They go back up 10. We trim it to 3. Another lightning delay, wouldn't you know it, another hour. and then somehow this UNA team comes back to tie it, have a chance to take the lead. We know how it played out, miss extra point. We ended up blocking a field goal at the end of regulation, falling in double overtime. And what do we learn from this game on Saturday? This UNA team plays with a lot of heart.
Yes, they play with a lot of heart. They never give up, and they can compete at a high level against some of the highest level teams in the nation. Illinois State, they were the 4th-ranked team at the time. Now they're, somewhere in the 6s or 7s because some other teams moved. But, you saw a lot of grit, a lot of heart. There were a couple plays there that didn't really go our way where we recovered a fumble and it was blown dead. Didn't really have a chance. We probably could have scored on one of those two, maybe both. And you didn't see any pouting. They just went right back out there and kept trying and kept fighting. Get down 17-0, don't give up. They just keep going and keep coming back. Mounting that second half comeback and to tie the game like they did with 33 seconds to go. It was amazing to see that blocked field goal. You really just felt the momentum. You love the grit, love the fight in this team.
Hey, Mike, last thing. Let's go inside, kind of nerd talk for a second. The blocked field goal. We had no idea who did it. How did you all arrive at who blocked the field goal?
So I'm in the press box. I'm usually helping the stats team. Like, Mike, if you see anybody that gets a tackle and you disagree with what we put, let me know. I had a few of those where I'm like, hey, give it to this guy, not this guy. But they asked me about the blocked field goal. They're like, Mike, who did you see? I was like, that's a great question. I think maybe Caleb Brown. He kind of pushed the line. A lot of you saw that same play. And then I called down to the sideline, Chase Glover, our very own, with the radio, and he said, I'm hearing Ox as well. Maybe E.J. Colbert might have got a hand on it as well. So we gave it to Ox initially. Watched it back on Sunday, and special teams coordinator Luke Roth, credit to him. He zoomed in, had a really good angle, and he arrived at Jaheim Ingram, who actually was right beside Caleb Brown, ended up actually getting a hand on it. And then I saw the film again today, and it did confirm Jaheim. So Jaheim Ingram getting the block. A lot of guys can get credited for that, just the way they played that, but Jaheim, the official blocker.
Pretty cool the way you all went about getting that. Kudos to our Davis Farlow, videographer, who had a great shot of it, helped us look at it this morning. All right, let's take our first time out. This UNA soccer volleyball takeover night's going to really kick off when we come back. We're going to talk some North Alabama soccer with head coach Chris Walker when we come back. This is UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza Shoals, featuring UNA soccer and UNA volleyball on 93.9 The Score. And we're back down here at Lost Pizza Shoals in downtown Florence. Welcome to UNA Football Night. We're still talking some UNA football. We're going to talk some North Alabama soccer. Hey, Brent Dearman is in the house. Hey, Coach Dearman. We gave Coach the night off so he can enjoy. He's got some middle school football I know he had to take in tonight. We appreciate Coach stopping by. And we are still talking football with UNA head soccer coach Chris Walker. How long did it take you to get to where soccer, football, you were comfortable saying soccer when you arrived here in America?
It's taken a while. You get used to it because no one understands what football is in our terms of stuff. So you get used to soccer pretty quickly. So it's grown on me.
When you go home, you go back a lot and you recruit over there. Do you have to flip the switch?
Yeah, otherwise you get made fun of very quickly. Because obviously it's only in America that they call it soccer. So we get used to translating back pretty quick into football and doing it that way. But no, it's nice. It's American football over there and just normal football.
Well, you got to be happy, I guess, that we live in a community that's so bought into soccer, I guess, at all levels, youth, high school, and a lot of people that come to our games as well, led the league in attendance last year. But everybody that says soccer here, I'm sure you'll take that with all the community support we have.
It is. The community support's fantastic. Obviously, I think we get out and we're heavily involved in it. Obviously, my wife's over at Florence High School, and then my son obviously plays in the local community as well. So we're out there, and then the girls do a fantastic job of getting involved with all the community service stuff, with the Shoals Soccer Club, and then all the local schools as well. So just getting out there. And then in return, all those kids come to games as well. So it really helps with the attendance and the crowd getting behind us and helps with every game.
Let's talk about this team. 5-2-2 on the season. And you go back to the first week and a half, you guys opened 0-1-2, right?
Yes.
No goals scored through the first 3 games of the year. Then all you needed was me to get on the call of a game. You guys explode for 2 goals in my first game doing on ESPN+. So since then, I think you're 5-1 since that kind of slow start, we'll call it now. But you've got to like the way this team is playing after that quote-unquote slow start.
It was. We brought in 17 new players, plus the 2 we got back from injury that didn't play last year. So just incorporating all that into the new season, it was going to be it was a slower start, but we needed those non-conference games to get ready for where we're at. But we created plenty of chances during those 3 games as well, but we're defensively strong. So we knew inside our roster how good we were and how good we could be. And then obviously it started to click once we got the first one. The confidence grew and grew, and then obviously it's been great so far. We've scored plenty of goals, but the thing we're proud of most, we've played 9 games and conceded 3 goals. So we're going to live by that. We'll be in every game if we keep doing that as well. So obviously now we're into conference and we want to keep it moving.
One goal or less in every single game allowed. I mean, it's amazing. 6 shutouts and all 3. It's been 3 back-to-backs each time. But Coach, it's kind of been a running theme. We've seen it on social media. We've seen it with Ben's commentary. But a score and a shutout. Has the team kind of taken on that motto lately, just with how the games have been going?
I think just confidence is there defensively, and we know the goals and the chances are going to come. I thought we won 1-0 against Central Arkansas. I think it could have easily been 3 or 4 at the time. We missed a couple of chances, or the keeper made a couple of really good saves. We hit the post once as well. So I think the confidence there is there in our defensive ability. I think we knew the players were there. It was just, can we get it to gel together? So, and then obviously the older players have took the leadership by example, and we work hard. It's not just the goalkeeper and the back 4, it's the midfield and the forwards in front of it. We defend as a team, and then we attack as a team as well, because I think all the assists and the goals have been kind of spread out a little bit as well. So it's nice. And then obviously we've got several defenders of the week, goalkeeper of the week, player of the week, stuff dotted around the conference as well. So I think they've been rewarded for the hard work they've put in so far.
Let's talk about your 4 players here. We've got Lily Ford, Addie Spate. We're going to hear from them momentarily. Madison Vukas, the new goalkeeper, reigning goalkeeper of the week.
Yep.
Alice Bussey as well, one of the all-time greats to play at UNA. All 4 have won Conference Weekly awards. Madison finally got one this week for another shutout. She's celebrating over there. But how valuable have those 4 been to this team this year?
No, it's been fantastic. I mean, it's great, the leadership they bring back there. Obviously, the 3 of them, obviously the 2 centre-backs and the goalkeeper, defensively, they're a big reason why we've conceded no goals. And then obviously the running theme is obviously if we don't concede, and then Alice will go down the other end and get us a goal as well. So, but no, they all work extremely hard. They've worked hard in the spring and then have come in ready to go in the fall and shown the return, or the new players, what we expect and what it's going to take to win games at this level. So, it's been off to a good start, and hopefully we can keep it going this week.
Well, excited to talk to all four of these girls today and about them, obviously, and to hear from you. But one girl I want to talk about that it's not on the show tonight, Charlotte, getting her first game-winning goal. Talk about the feeling there, watching her be able to get that early on.
She was super excited when she scored, and she's one of the forwards that hasn't shown up on the stat sheet a ton. She's got a couple of assists, but not on the goal-scoring side of stuff. But her work rate has been unbelievable. She's played up front, and then we moved her back into midfield a little bit the last couple of games. But it was great. It was a great ball in from Addie, and then obviously Charlotte got on the end of the free kick. We were unlucky, about 2 minutes before that, Addie's corner came in, Lily headed one down, and Alice made a good save. And then I think maybe 2 minutes later, Charlotte popped up and scored a great header. So it was I thought it was a good reward for the first 10-15 minutes of pressure we put them under.
All right, I got some deep cut stats for you. Mike and I love to get thick into the weeds with some stats.
Let's go.
How about you go back since 2009, the last 16 seasons, UNA Soccer has played in 8 conference championship games. Very impressive. Almost, one every 2 years you guys are playing in one. Then you look at the Atlantic Sun, the league that we're in now. Since we entered, you guys are one of 4 active schools to have played in the A-Sun championship game. And when you look at the schools that have done it more than once, Lipscomb 5 times, Florida Gulf Coast twice, UNH twice. And I know you're still trying to get over that hump, but championship expectations with this program, I mean, it's pretty high.
I think so. I mean, the belief's there within the group. Obviously, the goal is to get into the conference tournament, and then you take the conference tournament game by game. But there's a few of us that are still here that the last one burnt a little bit, getting to the final and it being 3-3 and then losing on penalties, and it's still there. And myself, I think I've been to 2 of them here now, and we want to get one of them eventually. And we'll get there, and I think the mentality within the athletic program as well, we're feeding off of all the other programs, whether it's basketball and tennis and cross-country, they all did really well last year. So just building off of that momentum from them, hopefully we can get it going this fall with everyone else as well and keep moving along.
Yeah, and those high expectations come with really good leadership, and that responsibility's kind of been taken on this year. Obviously, Alice has been a captain for a while. Addie, I believe, a first-year captain, and they're both here. Mm-hmm. Talk about what this captaincy has meant to this team this year.
No, it's great. We've got 3 captains, Addie, Molly, and Alice. All 3 of them have been here for several years. Obviously, not as many as Alice has been here for year 6 now. So. But and I don't think there is a year 7 going anywhere in the NCAA now. So I think this might be actually a senior year. So, but no, between the 3 of them, the work rate, they're all different personalities in their own way. All 3 of them are very different compared to each other. But the work they bring on the field, the leadership, and they lead by example in their own ways. So it's just everyone looks up to them, and we get the boat rolling from there and just keep moving forward.
A good omen, and I didn't realize this until you told me today. Mm-hmm. A 1-0 win against Central Arkansas on Sunday to open up conference play, and it was your first time beating Central Arkansas. So, for one, I know that had to feel good, but how nice was it for this team to open up conference play with that dub? It
was nice. We've played Central Arkansas a few times, and it's been right at the end of the season where we tied them 0-0 one year, and both of us were in the conference tournament, and a tie was a great result for both of us. So we kind of just let the game play out most of the times. So, but no, I thought we were really pleased with the performance yesterday. One, to get off with a win in the first conference play, but the fact that we could have and should have probably won it 3 or 4-0 as well was great. Maddie obviously made a couple of decent saves, and Addie and Lily were fairly busy on the defensive side, but we were on the attacking side. We created plenty of chances, and I think that's obviously should build some confidence moving into this week with Bellarmine and EKU.
And Coach, moving into this week, you get that Kentucky road swing. You go to Bellarmine on Thursday over in Louisville, then swing over to Richmond for a Sunday matchup at EKU. And EKU's a team that kind of over the years, it seems like it's been kind of a collision course. Both teams kind of even in their trajectory in the A-Sun, and 2 really big matches coming up.
Yeah, no, we're excited about it. Obviously, going on the road in the A-Sun's never easy. Both these teams are currently ranked in the top 100 in the RPI. So Bellarmine beat Indiana a couple of weeks ago. So there's no easy games in the A-Sun. Plus, you then get to see everybody twice. So we'll prepare for Thursday against Bellarmine and hopefully come out of there 2-0 and then focus on EKU on Sunday. So it's 2 tough road games. Bellarmine play on turf. We're used to playing on turf, and then EKU are it will be their 2nd game at home all season. They've been playing at a neutral site, and now they're back on campus as well. So hopefully we can go in there and shake a few things up.
Hey, this is the year, Coach. We know it. Thanks for stopping by. Last thing, what's the pizza order?
Yeah, I'm boring. It's just plain cheese, but it's great. The cheese sticks are good.
Is pizza big back home?
It is. It's not bad. Yeah, it's bigger here, but I've lost is fantastic as well. So we come here quite a lot. My son likes the cheese sticks, and I just stick to the basic cheese pizza.
Let's go. Enjoy that cheese pizza. Thank you for stopping by, Coach Walker.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We got a timeout coming up next. When we come back, we got some UNA soccer players in the house. We're going to chat with 4 Player of the Week honorees. They're stopping by the table when we come back. This is UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza Shoals on 93.9 The Score. Table here at Lost Pizza Shoals in downtown Florence. Benjamin Ray, Mike Ezekiel. To my left, we have Lily Ford from Murray, Utah, from Murray High School. She transferred to North Alabama from Westminster University. She's a junior defender. And we've got Adeline Spate, Addie Spate, a junior from Edwardsville, Illinois. Her 3rd year at North Alabama. It feels like just yesterday you were arriving as a freshman. Thank you both for joining us. Both have won Atlantic Sun Defensive Player of the Week honors this season. Lily got it this week. Addie got it, 2 weeks ago, I believe it was. UNA's won 4 total Soccer Player of the Week award honors. And Addie, let's start with you since you're the veteran. What do you like most about this team this year that you're playing with?
Just the fact that we can play, like we are playing for each other. Every game we're picking each other up after we make a mistake. Everyone's cheering for each other, no matter if you're on the field or off the field. Everyone's just so supportive, and we're just like a family out there.
And Lily, let's throw it to you a little bit. Obviously, getting that Defender of the Week award was great, and to have a great defense around you as well, knowing that you have a great keeper behind you. What is that feeling like, how you've gelled with this team so quickly?
It's awesome. I feel so supported, and I just feel like we all work together so well, and we can read each other so well, so there's always good pressure cover, and, yeah, we just work really well together.
Both of you can talk about this. What's it been like, Madison Vukas in net this year?
It's been amazing. She's my favorite keeper I've ever played with. I just feel so safe and secure, and I trust her knowledge, and I trust where she's going to tell me where to go and just everything, so it's great.
Yeah, I love her. She's so fun. She's super loud back there, which is really good and really nice because we always can hear her talking and telling us what to do or just supporting us too. But she's super athletic. She's making incredible saves that we didn't even think she could, but she always ended up doing it.
She's a powerhouse.
A powerhouse. That's great.
Not just a powerhouse, but the clean sheet queen.
Yes.
So who came up with the nickname?
I have no
They
idea.
both looked at me like
Probably Tara.
She's saying
Not
no.
Tara, I don't know.
Well, somebody did.
Chase
Oh,
did.
Chase did.
Oh, okay, yeah, Chase.
Yeah.
We'll give Chase credit there. Addie, let's talk about this a little bit. You've stepped into the captaincy this year, obviously, alongside Molly and Alice. What has that been like for you to kind of be labeled by your teammates as a leader and to be in that role this year?
It's really nice and rewarding to know that all my hard work and everything has paid off, and that my teammates and my coaches have seen that as well. But I'm excited just to keep playing in that role and going forward, just making everyone proud.
For both of you, Edwardsville, Illinois, and Murray, Utah. Take us from your journeys to places we'd never heard of to coming to Florence, Alabama.
I'll go. I was just in the portal in last December, and I was just searching for a new home, and I had some calls with coaches, and I just had my call with Chris, and it was just a really good feeling. I was kind of going off of vibes and feelings, and I just really enjoyed it, and I appreciated his interest in me, and I didn't go on a visit or anything, and we didn't meet each other, so it was kind of a risk for both of us, and it ended up working out really well, so I'm super grateful.
I was late in my senior year of high school, and so then I was in a showcase in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'd never heard of UNA, but they reached out after they saw me play there, and I went on a visit, and I absolutely loved it. I could tell with the facilities and everything that I just had a feeling that I was meant to be here.
Wow, so Illinois to Phoenix,
Yeah.
Phoenix to Florence, Alabama. That's quite the connection.
That's right. You've been in, 3 time zones now? Well, I guess 2.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it all works out. Well, anyway, let's talk about, you got 4 home games under your belt for both of you, and you've gotten to see what this crowd can be and how much support UNA soccer gets. What's it like playing in front of this crowd and this community?
Oh, it's so supporting. Everyone's here cheering you on. People from you don't even know, they'll see you and they'll say congratulations or cheer you on, say good luck, and it's just so welcoming, and everyone has your back.
It's awesome. I've never lived in a small town community like this, and I didn't know how it would be, but I've ended up loving it because people truly just care for each other. I mean, we were at Firehouse Subs at the beginning of preseason, and this mom and her daughter came up to us, and because we had soccer shirts on, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're on the soccer team!" So it's just awesome because we just get recognized out in public, and people really appreciate what we do. And they support us. And I was talking to this sweet old man the other day after the game, and he was just so interested to know more about our team and our roster. And he was like, "I'll be coming back to these games. I had fun." So that was just super fun and heartwarming.
That's great. We appreciate both of you stopping by, Addie and Lily. Congratulations on the honors, and we can't wait for the push. We know we're going to get a championship at the end of this year, so best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, introduce our next guest as we kind of reset the table here.
All right, we're going to transition to our next 2 players as these 2 exit the table. Very excited to talk to them. First, we're going to introduce Alice Bussey. Most of you know her. She's been here for a long time, 6 years, has been in this program. In my opinion, will be a Hall of Famer one day. And then Madison Vukas, the shutout queen herself. 6 shutouts this season for North Alabama, ranks nationally in the top 15 in 3 different statistical categories, has had an amazing year. Girls, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hey.
All right, so Alice, I understand it's a birthday week for you?
Yep, 24 on Wednesday.
24 on Wednesday. There's enough people here. Do you think we could sing Alice happy birthday, an early happy birthday? Let's get some audience participation. I'll start it and then I'm going to turn my mic off. But 1, 2, 3. Happy How about
Thank you,
that?
thank you.
We understand we interrupted a team birthday party for you tonight, so we wanted to make sure that you felt the love.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Madison, goalkeeper of the week. You've posted, 6 clean sheets, 6 shutouts. How does it feel to finally get the recognition that you deserve?
It does feel nice to see it, on paper in a way, but at the same time, my defenders getting, defenders of the week and we getting, an offensive player of the week, it goes to show that it is, we are truly a team and we support each other, and I know for myself, I wouldn't get this accolade without my backline, without my team, so it is nice to see selfishly, but at the same time, it's been really nice to see our team getting a bunch of, recognition.
Yeah, and the nickname as well, Clean Sheet Queen. Love it.
I just learned about it today, and I'm not mad about it.
That's great. Well, you certainly earned it, and I understand you are roommates. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's like living with each other.
It's great. It's super easy. I feel like we're really similar personalities. Super clean people. So yeah, it's great.
Oh, I love it. It's been such a so refreshing. We talk about soccer and everything 24/7 in that apartment.
So we've got a new audience, but the story goes 2 weeks ago, you guys are getting set for a game going on the road. I've already talked to Alice about this, so I got to talk to Madison about this. But I'm arriving on the Sunday that volleyball is playing Alabama. So I'm up at Flowers Hall, CBNS Bank Arena, very, very early. They're traveling to Cookeville, Tennessee to take on Tennessee Tech. And these two arrived the same time I arrived. We walk up the back of the stairs to Flowers Hall together, and I say, hey, good luck, gang. All it's going to take is a goal from Alice and a shutout from Madison. That's all you guys have to do, and you guys will get the dub. So what happened? Well, Alice got the goal in the 84th minute, and Madison got the shutout. So I kind of called it, but Alice has already talked about how much I motivated you two. Did my motivation really get you going last Sunday?
I will say, we have had that saying for a while, but when hearing somebody else say it is, kind of that is, true. We're not, crazy feeding each other. So, hearing it, we're yeah, that is what we need. That's what we had our heart set on kind of thing.
One of my proudest broadcast moments.
Yeah, you certainly called it. Madison obviously already talked about the goalkeeper of the week thing, but having a great defense in front of you. And we just heard from those two, Lily and Addie, and others that have really contributed to that. What's it like having this defense in front of you? Does it make it a little easier on you?
It does. I think since being here in the spring altogether, too, we've had a lot of time to, really learn each other and how we play and, communication styles and everything. So it has been very, refreshing having the back line into the midfield, into the forwards, up and down the field. I feel like our back line, including others that come in, is very set and solid. So anyone coming in or how we go out, I know we're coming out strong and we're not gonna let people through easily. So I have a lot of confidence in them, and yeah, it's great.
Alice, 21 career goals. That's the 11th most in program history. You became the 13th player with 20 or more goals in a career. You passed your old assistant, Holly Loud, on the list. I know you're going to climb even higher. You're top 5 in the league in goals scored, but you've got a lot of soccer left to play. Have you been able to reflect much on these honors as your career kind of winds down finally?
Not really yet. I think I want to keep picking up some Player of the Week awards, scoring goals with this team, getting assists, whatever I can do. But I think I just have the rest of conference in mind and really just finishing as high as we can.
And then a second part to that, several players have gotten their first career goals. Charlotte got hers the other day. What's it been like seeing them get their first time celebrating?
It's amazing. I actually love celebrating with everyone on the field. I remember Lily's goal against Alabama State. Yeah, and when she scored it was just so fun to celebrate the goals and other people to be contributing to the scoring as well. It's great.
Absolutely, and Alice, we'll keep it with you, knowing that you could get that one goal and you have a keeper and a great defense as well. Does that kind of help with your confidence a little bit, just knowing let's just get one and see what happens?
100%. When you're only asking a forward to score one goal, if they're keeping out all the others, it's great. It's an easy day for me.
And then to follow up on that, Madison, you've had a lot of saves this year. I believe you rank top 15 in the nation in saves. I want to talk about one in particular in the second half of that last game. I'll be pretty much dead on. If anybody didn't see it, I'm sure it had to hurt a little bit. Was that the most memorable save of the year?
I think in this moment, yeah, I would say it is. It definitely took my breath away. So
take us through that, just the whole play, just as you remember it.
The corner, how that went.
Yes.
The second half, I honestly, there are bits and pieces I had to rewatch because I really didn't remember how the ball came at me. I just know I saw a drop back post and literally just threw myself at it. The next thing I know, it was like in my hands, and I was like not able to breathe. And then obviously I caught my breath, and then I rewatched the camera absolutely zoom in on me laughing on the ground. So at least I was all right after, but it was like definitely a big moment where I was like, we're still up, like time managed, you know, and then the ref drops it. Obviously, I take my good time dribbling across the box. So like it was a really exciting moment, and then we got up and in. So
Pair of team leaders, Alice Bussey wrapping up a remarkable 5 or 6 year career.
5.5.
5.5-year career. Madison Bucas, her first year here at North Alabama. Thank you both for dropping by. Best of luck the rest of this year. We look forward to celebrating more shutouts and more goals.
Thank you.
thank you.
That's UNA Soccer joining us. Thank you to Lily Ford, Addie Spate, Alice Bussey, Madison Bucas, and head coach Chris Walker. Let's take another timeout. We're going to slide over to UNA Volleyball when we come back. This is UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza Shoals on 93.9 The Score. The fun continues down here at Lost Pizza Shoals. Benjamin Ray and Mike Ezekiel happy to welcome in head volleyball coach Tristan Johnson to the programming. It's now the volleyball takeover portion of UNA Football Night. Coach, conference play opens up this week inside of CBNS Bank Arena. You guys played an incredibly tough non-conference schedule. I thought you guys looked great in the home matches, a week ago before you went out to Houston. But where do you feel like this team is at as you get set to open up conference play?
Yeah, I really like where we're at. Coming off the weekend, going 1-2, you may be surprised to hear me say that, but I really am. I mean, I even told the girls that in the locker room. I mean, if you look at the schedule of the weekend, we played McNeese State on Friday and really did a great job handling them very comfortably. and then on Saturday had to play Houston and Liberty back-to-back. We started practice at 11:30, and the Liberty match ended at 6 p.m.
Oh, wow.
And that was straight the whole, we finished the Houston match and had an hour and 10 minutes before the Liberty match started. So they had to throw down some food and then play a 5-setter against Liberty. So I just really, I told them after the match, I said, look, I'm clearly not pleased that we lost. No one should be, but, I can't question the effort and the intensity and the competitive nature and stuff like that. And so that'll bode well for us in the future because it'll make us tougher. And, those are two teams, honestly, that I think could win our league. And I thought we competed really well with both and had chances to win for sure the second match, obviously. But even the Houston match, we were up 23-22 in the first, dropped it, and we were up 23-18 in the third and dropped it. So, need to grow at finishing, which is something we worked on a lot today in practice and we'll work on the rest of the week. But, I think the balance of our schedule in the preseason, playing some really talented teams. I mean, Houston and Liberty are both projected to be top 50 RPI programs. And, for us to be able to compete with them in Houston on the road back-to-back, I think it just shows a lot about where we're at. And so I'm just really excited about transitioning into conference play.
And that's really why you can't look at scores. It's funny that Liberty, they're 12-1. They actually beat Houston. That's the team you took to 5 sets. That Houston game was very competitive in those 2 sets like you talked about. I want to go back to the McNeese game a little bit, and you're just looking at the stats. Outscored them in points 57-26. But what really stood out to me when I looked at the box score, 14 aces to their 2. I mean, what's working in the ace department right now?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about, even in the spring, we talked a lot about wanting all of our servers to be as good as our best server, right? And so for those of you that maybe haven't played volleyball or maybe haven't been out there, the hardest part of playing volleyball is passing that serve. Olivia Finoff is maybe undoubtedly the best server on our team. She's one of the top servers in the conference. And when she hits the ball really firmly and the ball, Dr. Looney calls it the knuckleball. But when it starts to dance like that, it is just a really, really tough thing to deal with. And so, we've challenged them every day for the preseason and in the summer for all 6 of our servers to be that good. And they've done a really good job of taking that seriously. And so I think it really has given us, Kinsley has a great serve, Kendall has a great serve, Nicole, actually all 4 of them that are here tonight serve the ball really well for us. And so, the greatest defense that we can have is our serve, because it really stifles the other team's ability to run their offense and be in system. And so we really pay a lot of attention to that. We've really focused a lot on that in practice, and I think it's really helped us a lot in being able to shut teams down. The 14 was a record, a Division I record, which was really exciting. And so, I think it's the reason we've been in some matches. For those of you that were at the Alabama game, it's one of the big reasons why we really handled them well in the first set was we served them off the floor. And so really just trying to lean into that to be one of our biggest strengths, and it'll help be one of our greatest defensive parts.
What you can't see or hear on our broadcast is all 4 players were over here celebrating that you identified them all as great servers.
I know. They really are. And I think Kinsley had 4 aces in the first set of that game, or 3, something like that. And so she doesn't need any more pats on the back after today. But she really is. Kendall in the Liberty match in the first set missed a couple serves and then came right back out after the end of that and had about a 5-point run in the set that we won 25-12. So, sometimes you got to live by the sword and die by the sword, but we really work to be aggressive with that so that we can put ourselves in a good place.
All right, let's talk about this, the program as a whole. Before you got here, before Division I, UNA was one of the best Division II volleyball programs out there, especially in the Gulf South Conference. The first 4 years of Division I volleyball were tough, 18 total wins. You nearly got to 18 wins in your first season, getting to 13. You've already won nearly 50 matches in your first 4 years. You've definitely turned this volleyball program around. And you look at the last couple of years, you guys have gotten back into the conversation with the Atlantic Sun. And now I look at this non-conference schedule. You defeat SEMO, who was the defending Ohio Valley Conference champs, a very good volleyball league. You had a great showing against Tennessee Tech. You dominated Samford, defeated Western Carolina, and then a couple matches that you lost. Okay, Alabama, Houston, Liberty. Look at all of them. Look at the leagues that they're in. You played them incredibly close. One sets, probably felt like you could have won all 3 of those matches. Do you feel like this program is at a point to where you're saying, hey, we're not just trying to compete in the ASUN. We feel like we have arrived and we're ready to challenge the Lipscombs and the Florida Gulf Coast now?
I think so. I mean, knock on wood, right? You're always. I'm
Am
always
I hyping you up too much?
I'm our worst critic. Those tall mantles are a long way down. But I think when you're building programs, I've talked to our team, and I think this was the vision, right? When I got here, this was the vision I laid out for Dr. Looney, for Dr. Kitts, for everyone that I was around, including you. Mike got here a little after that, but I beat Mike here the second time. You were already here before me before.
That's right.
But, whether it was recruits, whether it was the people that worked here, the vision, when you're building and is, year one, you just got to win. You just got to find ways to win. You got to show the kids that are here that winning is possible, right? You have to grow their winning mentality, and that was why year one was so big for us. We had the best start. We started, I think, 11 or 10-0. We had a tough go at it in conference that year due to some injuries. But then year two, we went 17-12. Anna Catherine Griggs, sets the world on fire, breaks the record for the conference in hitting percentage, goes on to play professionally. That was honestly one of my proudest achievements here so far from a coaching perspective, from a staff perspective, was we were able to do in the transfer portal era where everyone just gobbles up all these players. We were able to have that 17-12 season with the girls that were already here, with Anna Catherine Griggs, Maggie Sullivan, Kennedy Johnson, Katie Floyd, some of those girls that had been through some of the tougher times of the transition. And so that was a lot of fun. And then year three, you take that winning experience, you bring in more talent with the freshmen that we have with Reese Ricketts and Kinsley and that class from last year, and you throw them in the fire. You schedule tougher. We played Auburn. We beat Alabama. We played Ole Miss. We played Georgia Southern. We played a lot of really good teams last year. And the schedule, the final result of that wasn't as good as the year before, but we could have played a bunch of cupcakes, and we could have won 20-something matches. But the goal was for them to understand what it took for us to compete at a high level and compete for championships. And so the plan after that was in year four, you play another difficult schedule with the intent that now they understand what it takes. You compete against those teams. You beat those teams you should. And then now as you transition into ASUN play, you're more prepared to compete at the top of the league. So I definitely think that we're at a place that's really exciting, and I think that we're at a place that really puts us in a great position. And so now we just have to go out there and play with confidence and do what we're supposed to do.
We're very excited for it, Coach. It starts this weekend, league play. Friday night, Alston Peay, 6 p.m. Sunday, Lipscomb, 1 p.m. We need big crowds at both inside of CBNS Bank Arena. We know fans will show up. We can't wait. Thank you for the time, sir.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Roll
That's
Lions.
UNA head coach Tristan Johnson. We're going to take a final timeout. We got some volleyball players we're going to chat with when we come back. This is UNA Football Night featuring UNA soccer and volleyball from Lost Pizza Shoals on 93.9 The Score. Here we go. 4 wide here at the table. I'm Benjamin Ray. Mike Ezekiel's here. We got a pair of UNA volleyball players with us. Kendall Barnes, a junior from Memphis, Tennessee, played at Briarcrest Christian School, transferred to North Alabama from Ball State. And Reese Ricketts, one of the most decorated freshman student athletes at North Alabama, freshman of the year in the Atlantic Sun, all conference, all freshman a season ago. She's back for year number 2 from Harrison, Arkansas, and Harrison High School. Thank you both for joining us. Reese, let's open up with you. Year 2, what do you like most about this team this year?
They're just a really good group of girls. Like, you can't go wrong with hanging out with any of them. You know, like, there's not one that you just don't feel comfortable with. Like, I could tell them anything. You know, they'd have my back, you know, and they're so supportive. So.
And Kendall, let's talk to you about your journey a little bit. You transferred here from Ball State, and now you're playing at UNA, a lot closer to your hometown of Memphis. What's it like being close to home and also just being in the purple?
I mean, I spent a lot of time up in the Midwest, and parents didn't really get to see me play a whole lot, so it's so much better to be back home. I've had so much family come and support me, so it's been so much better, and I've just really enjoyed every second of it.
Reese, last season it felt like it was a 1-2 punch with you and Jasmine, right? You were so much fun to watch. This year, what's it like having so many more options around you right now?
It's just like Kinsley, our setter, just can't go wrong. Like, we have so much depth in every position, so it just feels like, you know, if someone like gets set, I'm like, oh, they're gonna put it away. Like, I have full faith in everyone. So.
Yeah, and Reese, I'll stick with you on this question as well. You reached a milestone, 500 kills, and you did that as a sophomore, so you're well on your way to 1,000 right now. What's it like knowing that you've done that 500 times? I mean, it may feel like more, I don't know, as many times as you do it in practice.
It's just because I didn't realize, you know, like, he doesn't tell us how many kills we're at, you know. So when, you know, I saw that I had 500, I was like, oh, okay, like, that's cool. Like, I realized, like, I have 2 more years this season and then 2 more years after. So I was like, oh, I could definitely hit 1,000. That's like a goal for me. Like, I want to hit that. So
we want to see you get it too. We want to see you get up there in that record book. Kendall, why North Alabama when you went to the transfer portal?
Well, I was really looking for a competitive environment above anything. I wanted to be in a family environment as well. I wanted to have a group of girls around me that we all support each other and loved on each other, and I wanted good team chemistry. So North Alabama was just the answer to all those for me, so it was a very easy decision.
Go ahead.
Do you two want to introduce our next 2 guests? Tell us about your teammates, or you want Mike to do it?
We can.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
You each pick one and introduce them, and they'll come up here as you do it.
Do you want Kinsley or Nicole?
I'll do Nicole.
Okay. Kinsley McGowan is from Cleveland, Tennessee. She's our setter. She's actually got Setter of the Week this week. So she's just a really good girl. So super funny on and off the court. I feel like I could trust her with anything. So.
And then Nicole Sargent is from Cincinnati. She's our middle. And she is just our, like, little spunk, our little fire. She's always being so positive. She's always the biggest cheerleader, the best teammate. I love her so much. And she just, I don't know, she just brings a little edge to her every time we get ready to play.
Well, sweet. We'll let you all pass the headsets off real quick. We appreciate you both coming. Kendall Barnes, Reese Ricketts, the great 1-2 punch for UNA volleyball. Thank you both very much. All right, let's get Kinsley and Nicole up here. And Mike, that was phenomenal introductions. I don't think we could have done any better.
Yeah, I was going to say, we might lose our jobs, Ben. We might not be here for UNA football night next week. We might have to give the headsets over. Great job, girls, on introducing your teammates. And, Ben, it's so obvious the amount of camaraderie that this team has. And coaches said it's a perfect balance of freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, a lot of balance there. And now that we have the girls on, very excited to talk to you about this. This was going to be my next question. How amazing was it on Sunday of last week to see thousands in attendance to watch
literally
a volleyball
thousands.
game? I mean, it was over 2,000 people.
I mean, it was incredible. I've been here since my freshman year, so to see that, like, growth and to walk out and have all those people, even for warm-ups, it was just, like, incredible. And before we played, my coach was like, just, like, take it all in, like, enjoy the moment, and I really think we all did a very good job of that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty insane. I mean, we're not used to seeing that big of a crowd, so I think it was definitely a shock. But overall, like, that's just a really fun environment to play in, and that's something you can't really replicate. So that's awesome, and that's awesome that our community came together like that.
Kinsley, A-Sun setter of the week. You're first in the league in total assists, 8th most assists in all of NCAA college volleyball. I mean, how much fun are you having just as a sophomore this year?
I'm having a lot of fun. It's been really good. Training is it's a lot of work, but I'm having a blast.
And just to follow up on that, the setter of the week, the setter position in volleyball to me is one of the most fascinating because you have to think about a lot of things and process not only receiving the dig, but knowing where to go with it next. And my favorite play in volleyball, I said this last week to Tristan, it's when a setter fakes out, sneaks it over the net. What goes into that?
Sneak attack.
A sneak attack. What do you think, or what goes through your mind when you do something like that?
I feel like a lot of it is whatever I see on the other side. So if I glance and see their middle cheating or see like kind of a hole in the floor. And then another part is just scouting. So when we scout, looking at the way their defense reacts in certain situations so that I kind of have it in the back of my mind. But just to get a quick point, sometimes to get us out of certain rotations, anything like that. But just to snag a quick point usually.
Nicole, one of the veterans, year 3 for you. How much has the mindset changed from when you arrived as a freshman to today where this team feels like you can compete for the championship in the A-Sun?
I would say the competitiveness has changed, but the culture hasn't. Like, the people that were here my freshman year really set an incredible foundation for new people to come in and kind of pick that up. And it's really fun every year to see the new people and how they interact with each other and like picking up new little things and tricks that they bring from wherever they came from, because we come from all over. It's incredible to see, and I'm so glad that I can be here every single year.
And speaking of you being here, Nicole, tell us about your journey to get to UNA in the first place. Coming down from Ohio, how did you discover UNA and what brought you here originally?
I was recruited from my club team, so by one of the assistant coaches, and I took a visit here and I saw how amazing the girls were. It was really important to me that I met the team first, and they were all amazing, still are amazing. My coach just does a really good job of recruiting amazing people. So it was an easy choice for me after that, and I committed on the spot.
All right, last thing for both of you as we wrap up this episode of UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza Shoals. Friday, Alston P. Sunday, Lipscomb, inside of the bank, 6 p.m. Friday, 1 p.m. Sunday. What's the sales pitch? Why do we need another 1,000 people in the bank this weekend?
Oh.
Why should fans come watch you all play?
I think the way we compete, it's just fun to watch. I know, I mean, from an outsider perspective, watching any game where both sides compete really hard, it's a fun game to watch. Like whether one side win or loss. Like I think watching us is pretty fun because I mean we fly around. Like balls don't usually go to the floor without people flying through them. So I think just of how competitive we are, the energy in the gym.
Yeah.
So I think that's a pretty good reason to come watch.
Anything to add quickly, Nicole?
I would fully agree with all of that. We got a lot of people that hit the ball really hard.
Yes, you do. Well, we can't wait. It's going to be a fun weekend. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you to UNA Soccer, Chris Walker and his squad. Thank you to Coach Johnson and his bunch. Best of luck this weekend, gang.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having us.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of UNA Football Night from Lost Pizza Shoals. For Mike Ezekiel, Ty, Braden, Eli in the house. For Blair back at the station, I'm Benjamin Ray saying Roar Lions.